All right, guys. Hello. Good afternoon. So I'm going to be presenting my project on classic.com. And this is me, Anais. So this is a brief overview of the agenda I'm going to be covering today, where I will be touching on the business overview, the market analysis, competition they have with the competitors, user research, ideation, prototyping, and all the way to conclusion. So starting off, the business overview. So classic.com currently is a website. And the team of Classic Motors empowers classic car buyers, sellers, and enthusiasts with insights on the classic car industry. The mission statement currently on their website should help the typical classic car aficionado solve his or her classic car itch, but it should also be serious as well too. So I did some secondary research, and basically in 2019, currently our year, is the rise of the millennials in this actual market. They're in favor of models that they know and they could afford, and solid buys are very important for them. Cars that boomers may not have glanced at are solid buys because they're recognized from childhood games. So there's a drop. The sell-through rate for 1 million plus cars has dropped to 20% from the previous year, according to Haggerty, which is an evaluation tool. And there's a shift. Cars in the mid-range prices are what are surging right now. So I did a market analysis and started also with my competitor analysis where I'm comparing it classic.com to Hemmings and classiccars.com. And here I saw some room for opportunity of design like location tools, filters, filter toolbars, info tabs, and listing current views. I then moved on to a marketing positioning chart where I saw a possible blue ocean for classic.com to become more navigatable and a lot more informative. So then I completed a lean UX canvas, and here I was able to actually get a grasp of the business model, see what currently their users are, and see the user benefits that they could possibly get from this online website. I then completed a value prop canvas, and here it was major key for me to be able to see what users' jobs to be done, the actual product and services, and be able to kind of tie in pains, creating solutions for these pains, and possible gain creators as well. So current problem, classic.com currently is not a top one-stop shop site for classic cars and does not have the best Google SEO. However, my hypothesis, I believe that engagement will be achieved if the car enthusiast obtains a curated feed with visible listings and comparables. So I conducted some user research. I had surveys and also did conduct interviews. In all of these tying together, the majority of the gender that is doing classic car search is male, predominantly, and on the age range of demographic, 18 to 24 and 35 to 44 were the ones that are popping up. And average income per user showed up to be $25K, according to my research. And qualitative user research that I did, so some major quotes that stood out. One of them is that I generally expect that a search bar would have some type of go button, especially for the older crowd. They didn't know where to go when they typed something in. And then I completed an affinity diagram. This is based on all the user research and data collected, where I was able to see the demographics, habits, pains, and gains. And some gains were a variety of engaging information, visible car history information, a variety of options available. And some pains, lack of reliable information just overall in the car industry. It could be inconsistent and not as transparent. Consistent spam of newsletters. People don't like being spammed every single moment. Currently, one of the major competitors, Bring a Trader, kind of does that, and it could get a little annoying. And quality of information provided could be poor sometimes. So this is my user persona. She is representing the tribe. This is Classic Carol. And major thing for her car is a resemblance of who she is. She basically got this whole love for classic cars because of family, and it was kind of passed down. So she had current user journey going through classic.com, and one of her major frustrations, which I highlight over there, was no knowledge of where her saves were going currently when she was doing it on the website. So ideation. So I actually had a variety of how might we statements, but the one that I ended up focusing on was how might we design a mobile website that can keep a car enthusiast entertained and engaged while actually browsing. Here you can see a picture of my mind mapping on a whiteboard. Ooh, my bad. And then that led me to actually put it in an impact versus effort matrix using the Moscow method, where I was able to feature my must-have and my should-haves. And that led to my MVP, my minimal viable product. I believe that adding a curated feed, high quality visuals with labels, and a browse feature will help achieve better retention with signups. This is a current sitemap of the actual mobile website. And this is a user flow that I created where it led me to have a better understanding of the pages I needed to create for my lo-fi. So this led me to prototyping. So this is the lo-fi prototype, and major highlights that happened on my paper prototype testing was that some pain points were no labels on the actual icons, not knowing what they were purposed for, especially because you might be a first-time user, you might not know the direction. So that was a highlight, and then also on the screen itself, they wanted to know the value proposition. What am I coming in here for? But they did like being suggested new vehicles and new things. So having suggestions was some major key highlight. This led me to my mids, where some possible highlights. I did implement the things that were told to me on lows, but I still had a couple things I could improve on, like spacing, the purpose of a curated feed, what was actually going on there on the images wasn't as clear, and labels. So I conducted usability testing. I had a 14.3 misclick rate, a total of six testers. And one of the main things was that when I look at the heart, I think that it's going to like it, not actually save it. So there was a misconception on that. So there's a competitor analysis showing Hemmings, a current competitor. Very bold colors, directly tells you to search and stuff. Just really all there. A lot of ads everywhere too. And oops, this is classiccars.com, kind of similar structure, very bold on their colors. And this led to my mood board. So mood board representing classic.com, and my style tile representing kind of the colors going on the monochromatic, very clean, classic look. When I did the drivability testing, these are attributes that popped out: smooth, reliable, sophisticated, novel, and masculine. And this is atomic design inventory, kind of an outlook of atoms all the way to template. And then here will be my hi-fi prototype. Ooh, okay. All right, so don't just dream it, find it. Discover in a whole new way, have a curated feed for all your car needs. Research cars that you like and markets that are fond of, and save them. You can also personalize your profile and set your search preferences from the start, and sign up. So now this first-time user is signing up after hearing the value proposition. They have different options of how to view the curated feeds listed above on the types of views. Currently, they're in collage. And this is showing suggested vehicles based off of their saved likes and markets. This would be the listings page, where they can see details, market value, and comparables, and market comps. You can actually just see currently, be able to slide through them horizontally. And then you could also look into the gallery. Car enthusiasts do love their images. And kind of slide through those as well, kind of get a better look for the product you're looking at. And they'll be able to exit out of there. And they fell in love with the listing, so they decided they actually wanted to bookmark this or save this to their actual saves. So they go to My Cars, where they can view all of these listings. And this is all the history of time, everything that they possibly have saved, and is still possibly available on the actual website. They can go back at any time, view the listing if they wanted to. They could also then go to their markets and then see the markets that they're currently following specifically because of their interests. They also would have a profile dashboard because personalization is key, where they can actually just have a visual of everything that they've pretty much done up to date. And they also have preferences on the settings, so they can set privacy, notifications, and everything. And that is it with my prototype. Kind of jumping into success and failure matrix. Basically, more signups would be a success, higher duration retention on the website, and a higher Google SEO. Failure would be low task completions, decrease in signups, and low amount of daily active users. Key takeaways. Basically, there's nothing else that's going to be able to provide the amount of valuable insights and research. Quantity, I had 2 concepts coming up with the lo-fi, and sometimes the more concepts you see which ones will actually work. And quality, no matter how long it might be, it's definitely worth the wait for. And then next steps, high fives, create potential views for those actual created feeds besides a collage, and a deeper analysis on personalization design on adaptive layouts. And thanks.